start our program now, and welcome to the 20th graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. My name is Sizwakele Ndlovu, and I am all the way from Zimbabwe. Salbonani, Makadini, Ndepi, Bonjour, and all those wonderful things that we say to each other when we greet each other. And I am going to be your MC for today. I hope we have an amazing time, and congratulations to all the participants. Well done to all of you. You have done amazing work. And as I mentioned, it's the Africa Peacebuilding Institute 20th graduation ceremony. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker for today, and she is going to be giving us the invocation. So there's a small disclaimer, as I mentioned earlier. Africa has such beautiful languages, and I am bound to mispronounce some names. And apologies for that in advance. And I'm seeing a pop-up saying that somebody can't hear me. So I'm not too sure. Can you hear me now? Has the translation kicked in now? It has. Okay. I'll look for more pop-ups. I think they can hear.
L'interprétation en français est correcte et nous entendons bien et nous vous suivons.
As I mentioned, we learn something new every single day. So I'm hoping everyone can hear me now. Oui, oui, no, très bien, oui, oui. So we can go ahead. Our first speaker is Dr. Rita K. Njageh, and she is an educator, a researcher, and skills coach with over 18 years experience in the university education sector. 17 of those were at her alma mater, the Catholic University of Eastern Africa in Kenya. She is a visiting scholar at St. Mary's University, Twickenham, London, and she is a published author and passionate mentor of research students. And she holds a bachelor's degree, a Bachelor of Education degree, English and Literature, and a master's in educational research and evaluation, and a PhD in the same field. Rita has been an instructor for API since 2017 and is a member of its advisory committee. Please give Dr. Rita a virtual round of applause as she joins us to give the invocation. Over to you, Dr. Rita.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I'll also request to be indulged for names that I may mispronounce, and those that I'll not even attempt to pronounce because of the richness, as our mistress of ceremony has already alluded to, the richness of the names we have within our region. Pugeni, the MCC director. Gopar, Dr. Gopar, the API coordinator, the API board members present, API facilitators and staff present, the graduating class of 2021, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings of peace to each one of you. It gives me great pleasure as a board member of API and also as an API facilitator to make the invocation on this occasion of our first virtual graduation ceremony. To you, our pioneer class, we are commending your journey to the Almighty God, source of all goodness, he who is worthy to be praised, he alone, he who created the heavens and the earth, the visible and the invisible. He in whose image and likeness you have been created, fearfully and wonderfully. I really don't know what the journey of each one of us here present, and especially for our graduates, I don't know what your journey of peace education has been like. I may not understand what motivated you to take this journey towards being a peace educator. But he who called you knows and is going to journey with you to ensure that you serve him and you serve humanity with all your heart, with all your might, with all your strength, and for his glory. The Lord is going to be with you. It's not going to be easy for any of you or for any of us, but he is with us to the ends of time. As we celebrate you today, and as we mark this occasion, a moment of joy, graduations are typically moments of joy. As we mark this occasion, we want to celebrate the far we have come. We look back with gratitude to the challenges we have faced going through the course. And we bless the Lord for his goodness, for his love for us. I invite us all to be stewards of God's creation. I invite us all to be instruments of peace, making use of the words of St. Francis of Assisi, that each of us goes forth to be an instrument of peace, to show love where there is hatred, to bring pardon where there is injury. As Christian peace builders and educators, to bring faith where there is doubt, to inspire hope in situations of despair, and through the enlightening of our eyes of understanding by the Holy Spirit, to be the light where there is darkness, and to be a source of joy for everyone where there is sadness. It is our prayer that each one of you is not going to seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood, but to understand, to give rather than to receive, to pardon rather than to be pardoned. May the Almighty Lord bless this journey for each one of you, and may the world be a better place because we chose to be peace builders. We chose to be peace educators to make Africa and the entire world a better place. May the Lord bless this new beginning, this journey for you, and grant the API the courage, the fortitude to carry on with its mission in the next 20 plus years of its existence. We bless the Lord for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. and Rita. That was a touching reminder of the role we can play in this world and being peace builders. And it starts with us, and it starts with this class. Well, it's not starting now, the 20th graduation. This has been a long journey that API has been on, and it's been an amazing journey. And I know that the impact in this world is being felt through all the work that API does. At this moment in time, I would like to continue our program and invite our next speaker. And our guest speaker is Stauffer, Dr. Carl Stauffer, and he's a senior expert of reconciliation at the United States Institute of Peace. So for the past 30 years, Carl's energy has revolved around justice, peace, and reconciliation. This passion has taken him to 37 countries and 5 continents. and he has served with MCC in South Africa for 16 years. And over that time, Carl helped co-found the Africa Peace Building Institute. After MCC, Carl taught at Eastern Mennonite University Center for Justice and Peace Building. And as last year, he started working for the United States Institute of Peace. Dr. Carl Stauffer, welcome to the graduation ceremony, and over to you.
Thank you very much. And it's a great pleasure to be here with you at this time. It's my privilege to be here and make a few remarks. It's a joy, what a joy, to celebrate 20 years of API.
I think we can't hear Carl. I think you might need to turn on the interpretation.
Yes.
Dr. Stauffer, apologies
Yes.
to disturb you. We can't hear you, so you might have to turn on your interpretation option.
Okay.
And while Dr. Stauffer is sorting out his tech issues, I'd like to advise everybody that this is a webinar. So for the participants and the graduates, you won't be able to have video. It's only for the panelists. So do not panic. Your technology is okay. The video is for the guest speakers and the panelists. So Dr. Stauffer, apologies about that. Over to you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sizwakele. It's a real pleasure to be here. And I just want to say it's my privilege to have a few moments to comment and make some remarks. It's amazing for me. It's a joy to be able to celebrate this 20 years of the API work. From its very small beginnings in 2001, we have seen incredible multiplication, as is evidenced here by all who are involved in this ceremony, and the many, many students, instructors, and others who have been working tirelessly for peace, not only across Africa, but across the world. The fact that we're still alive, API, and thriving in 2021 is a testimony to all the work and energy and courage that each one of you have put into this process. We know from current research that across the board, national and international peace agreements are failing within about 5 years of their ratifications. This is an indictment on the field writ large, but it's not an indictment on those who are working on the ground, in the communities, at the grassroots levels, doing incredible work, not only to build relationships, to reconcile relationships, but to also deal with the past and to build better societies. And so I salute the class of 2021. You are our heroes, and you are our peace ambassadors. You are taking peace out into the rest of the world. And we are grateful for your service and your willingness to carry this important message of peace and action of peace. I want to say thanks and express a lot of gratitude to those who were part of the very beginnings and part of this process over the last 20 years. First of all, to my MCC colleagues who may or may not be here, some of you, Janet Schmidt actually was the first to begin to contemplate the peace process at Mindolo, the peace diploma course. Diet Begdal helped me in co-founding and directing this process. And then the many amazing directors, leaders, and colleagues. Sorry, Peter Smith came after Diet Begdal as an MCC rep here and helped to further the vision and work of API. And then to the directors, great African leaders of peace, who I find it a privilege to call friends and colleagues, from Babu Ayindo, and I see he's made a comment, so wonderful, to Dr. Mulanda Juma and Dr. Ray Motsi, and of course, my good friend, Dr. Gopar, Tapkida, and others. So thank you so much to each of you and to the instructors who have freely shared your expertise and knowledge in order to multiply peace. We thank you for your sacrifice in this process. but most of all, to the participants and to the graduating class of 2021, and to our many alumni. I don't even know the number that might be out there, but I know we have many spread across the world. You know, you have worked tirelessly for peace, for justice, and for reconciliation. And so I just want to say, we see you, we salute you, and we say, continue to build the world we want to live in. I'm working with a portfolio of reconciliation now, and reconciliation calls us to deal with the past. It calls us to reconstruct our relationships after conflict. It calls us to rebuild society and to make it more fair and more just. And I recall 3 incidences of experiencing these things right in Mindolo during API. I remember talking to one of our participants from Angola, who shared with me that he is a humanitarian worker and he fills trucks up with food and sends them to a province. That doesn't sound so unusual, except that he sends them to the very province where the militia killed his parents, both his mother and his father. And he said, every time the trucks go out, I realize I may be feeding the very people who killed my parents, but I'm committed to peace. And so I continue this work for the sake of all humanity. When it comes to reconstructing relationships, I remember one of our Zambian participants who had just gone through a trauma healing course and a reconciliation course. And she had experienced a property grab, her inheritance grabbed by her late husband's family. And her brother-in-law, who had been the leader of this, came to Mindolo and showed up surprised her to visit. And she said she would have not known what to have done had she not been through those courses. And after going through those courses, she was able to speak with courage and to confront her brother-in-law and to attempt to reconcile. And lastly, building more just societies. I remember traveling in West Africa and coincidentally on a ferry boat between the airport and Freetown of Sierra Leone. And I meet one of our API graduates who is now working for a large international NGO and carrying a portfolio in the region to build peace. This is just a snapshot of the many, many folks who have graduated from API and are doing incredible work all around the world. And so thank you very much to each of you who have made this a labor of love and who have allowed this work to multiply. And I leave you with this charge from Isaiah, the prophetic literature, Isaiah 61:4. Then you will rebuild the ancient ruins. You will raise up the former devastations, and you will repair the ruined cities, the desolations of many generations. So may you go forward with healing justice, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you so much. And please may we give Dr. Carl a virtual round of applause. And thank you for highlighting some of the amazing work and the personal stories that people tell, because like you mentioned, it always seems like it's work, it's somewhere else, but then there's been a personal transformation in people because of all the work that has been done. That was a very touching story. And thank you for sharing that. And I'd like to move on to our next guest speaker, and Milcah Lalam, and peace building professional. And Milcah is a Ugandan development specialist with 17 years of technical expertise and practical experience in leadership development, psychosocial support, nurturing resilience using theater for development in fragile and conflict-affected countries. She has led teams of women mediators in realizing ethnic reconciliation and rebuilding relationships. Milcah is a graduate of the University of Leeds, United Kingdom of Great Britain, and Makerere University, Uganda, with specialized certificates in strategies for trauma awareness and resilience, STAR, and theater and peace building from Eastern Mennonite University, United States of America. Milcah is the CEO of Queenie Consulting, an organizational systems development firm. Milcah, I would like you to actually pronounce for me the name of the company, because I don't think I did justice to it. And with that said, over to you, Milcah. Please give her a very big round of applause.
Thank you. Sizwakele.
Hi, Milcah.
Hi. The name is
unfortunately, I can't seem to hear you.
It means calm hearts. Are you able to hear me now?
I still can't hear you.
I try once more.
Can everybody else hear Milcah? It could just be me.
You can hear me well? Great. So yes,
Frederick, can you hear Milcah?
Calm hearts.
Okay.
Others can hear you. You seem to be the only one who is not hearing me.
It may be the mute or unmute original audio option.
Okay. Or is it the language, is it the translation issue?
Yeah, when you go to the interpretation channel, you just select mute or unmute original audio.
Okay. Milcah, please,
Yes.
please go to you. Hi.
I can hear you well, and others say
Yes,
they can hear me.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Finally.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm extremely delighted to be joining you all for the 20th celebration and graduation of the class of 2021, as well as the 20+1 Africa Peace Institute anniversary. I am reminded of a text in Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1 to the end. But the vision that Ezekiel receives is a valley full of dry bones. And the question he asks, can these bones live again? I believe when the Africa Peace Institute was founded or started 20 years ago, the continent of Africa looked devastated like this valley with dry bones. But in the time since, the many peace builders that have come out of the Institute have proved that dry bones indeed can live again when they are breathed with the life-giving message from the word. I look at this day as an opportunity to pause, to move off the dance floor. In the last 2 weeks, I've been on a journey of self-discovery as a leader through Eric Martin's Adaptive Leadership course. I have been reflecting on what does it mean to be on the dance floor. So as peace builders, today is an exciting day. We will go out and we are thinking about how we are going to use all the skills that we have. And so this dance floor is like the place full of action, where day to day, you're going to be engaged in the peace building work. That's where you're going to get things done. That's where you're going to have so many to-do lists, so many deadlines, and so much noise from detractors. But I invite you now to think of the highest mountain or the highest valley in your country. Travel with me there. I hope you're there now. That valley, that hill, that mountain is like your balcony. Now, standing at that balcony, that is the place where you see the big picture. You get perspective in the midst of all this action that you've been involved in the dance floor. What are you able to see? Remember, the dance floor is the place where we often get carried away, where we want to dance, we're carried away either by the dance or by the music or by trying to stay away from other people's feet. But why is it important for you to get on the balcony while you want to continue on the dance floor? Because everything happening on the dance floor is really exciting. Well, the balcony will allow you to see many things. The balcony allows you to see the gap in your service. the reality of the way things are today. Are we still in a place of dry bones, and what can we do? The balcony is the place where you can see your aspirations, a courageous belief in how things should be, how you dream, what are the dreams that you have? And I encourage you today to make time to move between the dance floor and the balcony, between the dance floor and that high place where you're able to see what is happening around you. That gap that I talked about is a leadership opportunity for each one of us. It's a place of tension, but that tension that should be held creatively, a tension that allows you to think of what next, as opposed to something needs to be solved. Being on that high ground gives you a clear perspective. In the midst of the action of peace building, there are so many uncertainties. Now, as you think about your role as a peace builder, being on that high ground allows you to sift through what is most important while trying to make sense of the complex issues, the peace agreements that are breaking apart, the countrymen and countrywomen who are returning to war, the escalation of violent language and expressions. To understand what is at stake, who will support you, who will resist the change that you desire to bring. And as you continue to move between the dance floor and the balcony, you will realize that you can be more effective and look at the kind of people that you can mobilize to support you in the challenge and to support you on this journey of breathing life to the dry bones. In closing, I wish all of you a fruitful celebration, remembering what is at stake for peace on our continent and in the world, striving hard and long to realize that lasting peace cannot come except by the grace of God, and remembering that each one of us is joined together on this journey of life for the purpose of bringing peace to one another and in our lives. So God bless you and give you all peace, and wishing you all a happy journey of peacemaking. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you took me on a journey there when you talked about going up on the highest mountain and looking out, and the way you put it across in the dance floor, because I don't want to go up the mountain, but you compelled me to go on a journey and go bigger, go higher, as much as the fun might be down here. But thank you so much for that. And always looking to next. Siyabonga. Thank you so much for your inspirational words. Please give Milcah a very big round of applause. I know you can't hear it, but yeah, we are clapping, but I'll clap for everybody else. And then we move on to our next speaker. And I would like to introduce Dr. Mulanda Juma, and he's the representative for the DR Congo Mennonite Central Committee. And Dr. Mulanda Jimmy Juma is from DRC, as I just mentioned, and holds a doctoral degree in politics, human rights, and sustainability. And please just hold on. Let me just check something technical here. Apologies for that. We're going to just have a slight change in our program. I would like to ask Dr. Juma to be the next speaker after Pugeni, in the interest of time. So I would like to invite the MCC Area Director for Southern and Central Africa and Nigeria, Vurayayi Pugeni. And prior to this role that he's holding now, he worked in the Planning, Learning and Disaster Response Department of MCC. In addition to serving on API's advisory board, Pugeni also serves on the board of reference for the Center for Sustainable Climate Solutions, CSCS. SCS, whose goal is to advance thinking and action in Anabaptist and other faith communities to mitigate climate change. A big round of applause for Vurayayi Pugeni. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sizwakele Ndlovu.
Sakubona.
Sakubona siso njani.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you.
Can all the other people hear me? Okay, good. Okay.
Let me just see. Sorry, Mr. Pugeni. I think it's the translation issue. You'd have to. Okay, well, everybody else can. So please go ahead, Baba Pugeni.
Okay, sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Lami ngiyabonga kakhulu. Honorable guests, lecturers, organizers, API founders, and distinguished guests, it is my privilege and honor to be given the opportunity to speak on this important graduation day. Congratulations to all of you for achieving this important and meaningful milestone. I understand today 83 graduates are receiving certificates in different peace-building disciplines, and these 83 graduates represent 13 countries. Mennonite Central Committee is invested in supporting the Africa Peacebuilding Institute, and we are proud today to see the life-giving and nourishing fruits of your and Mennonite Central Committee's investment and the amazing role that we are all collectively playing to help build peace around the world. Our world is at a perilous time, and it's up to us to help resolve its issues. We live in a world where people look at conflict as insolvable, and the data that comes out of statistics and research does not help much. We know that most conflicts, particularly over the past 10 years, are recurring, ones that have lied dormant only to reignite. As we attempt conflict management and sometimes humanitarian interventions to help support those experiencing the wrath of violence, we continue to search for answers. We reflect knowing that conflict costs more than just lives. Conflict causes food shortages and famines, increases infant and adult mortality, pushes large numbers of internally and internationally displaced persons to other countries and regions, all of which costs money and wreaks havoc on the global climate. All of which, again, refuels the exact cycles of conflict that we seek to mitigate. But I am glad that this is where you come in, the next generation of peace builders. I am confident you'll be able to take the skills you have acquired and apply them in your way of life, families, and communities. I am confident that with the training you have received, you will continue to search and find solutions for peace, be it at interpersonal, family, community, national, or global level. The Africa Peacebuilding Institute and Mennonite Central Committee will always be there to support and accompany you as you search for answers and work towards building just and peaceful communities where people can live in right relationships with each other and the environment. I know that sometimes working for peace can be daunting, but I feel encouraged by the words of the late Desmond Tutu, who said, and I quote, "Do a little bit of good where you are. It's these little bits put together that overwhelms the world." Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pugeni. Siyabonga, thank you so much for those encouraging words, and do a little bit of good is my takeaway. We can do something all the time, and even if it's a little bit, it will count towards something. And a virtual round of applause to you as well, Siyabonga. And I would like to invite my next speaker, and I had started introducing him, Dr. Mulanda Juma, Dr. Mulanda Jimmy Juma, actually, and he is from the Democratic Republic of Congo and holds a doctoral degree in politics, human rights, and sustainability from Scuola Superiore St. Anna, Italy. He is the country director of MCC for the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola. Dr. Juma is the former coordinator of API and currently serves on its advisory board. He has helped to introduce many practical peace initiatives in Africa, including peace clubs in Zambia and women's situation rooms in DR Congo. Please give Dr. Mulanda a very big round of applause, and over to you, sir.
Greetings, everybody.
Hello, Dr. Juma.
Sizwakele Ndlovu. Hello, can you hear me? My mic is on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? My mic is on.
Sound.
Sounds. I don't know what's the problem. Can you hear me now? Can somebody hear me?
Still no sound. Still can't hear you.
What do we do?
We can hear you. We can hear you, some of us.
Yeah, Dr. Gopar can hear me.
Okay.
All right.
Please
That's
go
all
ahead.
that matters.
All right. If there's anybody else who's got issues, please let me know. Over to you, Doctor.
All right. Thank you so much, Sisi Ndlovu, and greetings to everybody who is present here, including Dr. Gopar. I would like to begin by a word of thank you to those who envisioned the Africa Peace Building Institute 20 years ago. And my list is long, but I want to mention the name of Janet Smith, Carl Stauffer, who just spoke a few minutes ago, and who is my role model, Babu Indo, Fidel Umeya, Diet Bektol, and others. But I also want to say thank you to those who are providing leadership today to the Africa Peace Building Institute, Dr. Gopar and Melinda. Well done. We are very happy that you are really representing us well. Keep representing us. Thank you to all the instructors over the years that I personally worked with, and others, and participants as well from across the continent and out of the African continent. Congratulations to API 2021 graduates. We are very proud of you. I want to say that API is actually led by the vision, and the vision is an alliance of people equipped to build peace throughout the African continent. And its mission is to bring peace to the African continent by raising up people equipped in conflict prevention, resolution, community building, reconciliation. The Institute endeavors to do this based on Christian principles of peace and nonviolence. And hence, the mission of the Africa Peace Building Institute is actually built into 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17 to 19. And all things are of God, who has reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ and has given us the ministry of reconciliation. The same vision and mission is also built into Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are the peacemakers. I want to focus mainly on the impact of the Africa Peace Building Institute. I realize that I don't have much time to delve into the details of that impact, but I want to highlight some points. The first one is actually personal transformation. I recall as a participant at the Africa Peace Building Institute in 2002, that the language I heard from my colleagues and what I felt myself was the personal transformation after attending the Africa Peace Building Institute. And I want to quote from myself that it is when you are transformed that you become a model and more effective in transforming others and the world around you. And so that transformation started from the Africa Peace Building Institute for many people across the African continent and beyond. We hear new insight, new perspective, new approaches gained by the participant at the Africa Peace Building Institute. And this has brought personal transformation. And personally, you know, before I attended the Africa Peace Building Institute, coming from Congo, where I suffered from violence, I thought the only way to deal with the violence back in my country, and especially in my home village where over 1,000 people were killed in a space of 2 days, I felt the revenge was the way. But the Africa Peace Building Institute transformed my perspectives and the way of looking at the situation and provided me with the peace and nonviolent tools to actually deal with the violence. Instead of using the root of violence to deal with the violence back in my home community and to revenge the death of my own people, including friends and close relatives, I became new. I changed my perspective. I got new insight. And so many people can tell that story from the African Peace Building Institute. The second impact is building a Pan-African network of peace builders. There is an existing network of peace builders across the continent. People are able to communicate, learn from each other from east, west, center, south, and beyond the African continent. Exchange tools and strategies and resources, peace building frameworks. And so this is an impact. It is always difficult to measure the impact of peace, but we can measure it by what we see and what is actually happening in the stories that we hear. There are today over 600 API participants who have been trained and capacitated and who are doing amazing work of peace building across the African continent, in North America, in Asia, in Latin America. The third impact, which I want to mention, is the birthing of other peace building institutes on the African continent. We have new peace building institutes that were formed thanks to the Africa Peace Building Institute. And I will name the Great Lakes Peace Building Institute based in Gitega in Burundi. Participants from that program trained at the Great Lakes Peace Building Institute are the one playing a critical role in building up and supporting local peace committees. In 2010 and 15, during the election violence, those structures played a critical role of preventing election-related violence in many parts of the country, thanks to the existing of those structures. Otherwise, we would have more death in Burundi, like what we had in 1972 and many other years in Burundi. So this is an impact of the Africa Peace Building Institute. Some of the impact is direct and some of the impact is indirect. There is Reconcile Peace Institute in South Sudan, and I personally traveled there to go and support them developing their structures and the curriculum. Thanks to that institute, it was the first ever peace building institute in South Sudan, based in Yei. Nigeria Peace Building Institute, based in Jos, supported by MCC in Plateau State. It's another example of the impact of the Africa Peace Building Institute. Initiators, facilitators, and many people who are participating in supporting this institute are either alumni of Africa Peace Building Institute or one way or the other connected to the Africa Peace Building Institute. The birthing of peace clubs is a fourth one. The Peace Club started in 2006 with just an idea of an API alumni who said, we want to do something about the violence against the refugees in Lusaka. One of the benefits of the Africa Peacebuilding Institute is just it provides participants with a critical thinking, with a strategic thinking. And so when you are faced with a situation, you begin to generate ideas. And one of those ideas has led to the birth of the of peace clubs in Zambia. Today, there are peace clubs in over 10 African countries. We have peace clubs in Canada and in Latin America as well, thanks to API and API alumni. There are thousands and thousands of peacemakers across the continent and beyond through those peace clubs. The fifth one is integrating peace building in other sectors. The knowledge and the skills and the experience enabled participants to actually come up with ideas of how to integrate peace building in relief, in development work, in legal processes, and so on and so forth. That is an impact. The other, number 6, the other impact is jobs. There are those people who actually got new jobs thanks to the Africa Peacebuilding Institute. There are those who were able to develop careers out of the skills that they got from the Africa Peacebuilding Institute, as well as those who actually further developed their academic skills. Many participants got jobs thanks to API. I just received an email from a former API participant, and I will quickly read it, but because it's long, I will cut it short. Greetings, and this letter is actually coming from Tendai Mbanje, who attended the Africa Peacebuilding Institute, and Tendai says, greetings from the African Commission on Human and People's Rights in Banjul. After my journey at API St. Augustine, I acquired 2 master's degrees from UCT. Since May 9, 2021, I am enrolled in a PhD in human rights. The encounter we had with the Prof. Hansungule. Prof. Hansungule is one of the API facilitators. At the Civilian Peacebuilding Capacity API changed my life. I fell in love with the human rights. Somebody who didn't have love for human rights because of API fell in love with human rights. I'm currently working at the AU African Commission on Human and People's Rights as a legal and technical assistant in the Office of the Executive Secretary. I could not have reached this far without the role you played years back. Thank you to API. The other impact is advocacy at AU level and others. There are many API alumni who have been part of advocating for democracy, for peace on the African continent, and sending documents and advocacy requests to institutions like the Africa Peacebuilding Institute. We can't measure the impact of that, but at least those actions have taken place, and that is an impact. I also say the development of peace frameworks used to build peace in many parts of the world as number 8. I want to end by saying thank you very much to MCC leadership for this institute and program. And thank you to all MCC reps in Zambia and South Africa and across the continent who have actually supported this program. I want to congratulate the class of 2021 of API. Well done, and the best to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your words and for the impact you've given us. You've given us a breakdown of how API has literally changed people's lives. And I like the fact that you're saying peace can't be measured, but I believe peace can be felt. Its effects can be felt even though they can't be tangibly measured. We would like to give you a little entertainment piece and we are going to be playing you a video, and I hope you enjoy it. And then after that, we are going to be going straight into our graduation ceremony. So enjoy the video.
Thank you, Zwa. I'm going to share screen with you. Sorry, can you hear the sound? Just raise your hand.
Yes, we can.
Hello, it's API. This year we're so excited to host the 21st Annual Africa Peace Building Institute graduation ceremony, which is held online due to COVID-19. Okay, so we'll also be thrilled to show you the great testimonials in this video from our participants and our facilitators, and some of snippets of API in action. Be inspired.
Hi, my name is Lydia Matabara, born in Burundi, currently living in South Africa, Pietermaritzburg. I work in an organization called the Key Ministry International. We have a program which is called Peace Initiative, where we educate people about refugees, local South African about refugees, and who they are and why they are here. In 2016, I got an opportunity to do API, African Peace Institute. The experience I got there was great. I got to meet new people who are working for peace, how they implement peace in their countries, and I got to learn how I can implement what they are doing in their countries in the context that I'm living and the people that we are working with. So that was a great opportunity for me to be part of people who work for peace and are motivated and fighting for peace. So peace out.
Bien, je suis Mulanda Socrate, étudiant EPI promotion 2021 en ligne. Je vous parle depuis Bukavu en RD Congo. Nous avons suivi 4 cours, ce qui était vraiment bénéfique pour nous. Ces 4 cours dont nous pouvons citer l'introduction à la gestion des conflits. Nous avons suivi les cours de sensibilisation au traumatisme. Nous avons suivi les cours de suivi et évaluation des projets. Mais aussi nous avons suivi les cours de la préparation des réponses à des situations d'urgence. Ces cours nous ont été vraiment utiles pour notre formation en tant qu'agent du développement et agent qui milite pour la paix dans notre pays, la RDC. Notre organisation Programme Paix et Réconciliation qui nous a envoyés à la formation a besoin vraiment de personnes qualifiées, capables d'aider la communauté qui traverse des moments difficiles. Nos populations, nos bénéficiaires traversent des crises énormes auxquelles ils sont censés recevoir des formations. Il y a ceux-là qui subissent même des tueries d'ici et là, mais avec la formation en counseling, la formation sur l'introduction à la gestion des conflits nous a été vraiment utile. Et nous, dans nos projets, le suivi est tellement crucial. C'est le moteur de la réussite du projet. Si vous faites bien les suivis et évaluations, c'est fort possible d'atteindre un bon résultat. Voilà pourquoi nous avons reçu une très bonne formation. Aussi, nous traversons des crises énormes, des situations calamiteuses, des tremblements de terre, des désastres que nous subissons au sein de la communauté, même dans nos projets. Mais à travers les enseignements avec des professeurs, des enseignants tellement qualifiés à API, Africa Peace Building Institute, nous sommes vraiment à mesure d'aider la communauté. C'est pourquoi nous encourageons d'autres candidats qui voudront s'intégrer, s'inscrire à la formation, d'être vraiment encouragés, de tenir fort parce que c'est une formation qui va vous aider, pas seulement pour le travail, mais aussi dans votre communauté, parce que nous sommes censés aider la communauté. Vraiment, je vous remercie. Je suis Mulanda Bulambo Socrates. Merci.
Hello everyone and Happy New Year. My name is Marion Deta, calling in all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. This year was my first time ever at Africa Peace Building Institute, and I was facilitating the module on trauma awareness and reconciliation. It was quite exciting, frightening, and challenging at the same time. Exciting because it was a first-time experience, exciting because my heart beats with the matters trauma and helping society heal from their past traumas, but challenging in terms of the current new normal that we have to come to terms with, and especially as regards trauma awareness. A lot of what we do is participatory learning, and participatory learning in the past we have done a lot in person, so that we exercise, we carry out our exercises or learn, practice. Actually, practice is the word. We practice through interaction, personal interactions, or in-person interactions with each other. And so it was challenging this time to try and tailor in the participatory nature while online, because then things that needed, for example, looking at non-verbal gestures, looking at things that would involve people working in little teams and then bigger teams and so on, became quite challenging to manage online, given the timing, because you are dealing with a time frame. So even things like extensions became a challenge. And we also know that many people are struggling with costs that come with internet in our region. And so being online for long hours means putting in more money for internet, maybe being in environments that have unreliable electricity supply. So that became a challenge, but it was a great learning experience, and also a big way to develop resilience, which was one of the things we were learning, because then it surprised me, it amazed me and blessed me at the same time to know that those who signed up for the course were willing to stay in all through for long. We supported each other very well, even in times like, for example, when I personally would go offline in the middle of the work to come back online and find people in discussions. So that was quite encouraging. That helped build me, my capacity, my resilience, and even the network, just knowing that you are working together to surmount the challenges that are coming because of the pandemic and technology and many other things, and that people can be flexible. We all can learn to do things differently. And so it was an exciting experience for me, looking forward to many more. I had a group of participants, very engaging, and so we did the best that we could, and I believe we all benefited and learned from each other. And so I am also blessed that I was able to serve in this way.
Hi, my name is Mulanda from Johannesburg, South Africa. I've been working for API since 2018 as a project assistant, and during my time I have seen community leaders, church leaders, civil society organizations take our trainings and increase their knowledge in peace education. I've seen API grow from strength to strength. This year we celebrate 20 plus 1 years of peace trainings. We celebrate the over 500 alumni that we have with API. This year alone we have over 18 participants graduating from our trainings. I wish API will continue to grow, and I wish the alumni, the participants, will continue to build peace and build bridges in their communities.
Beautiful video. Thank you so much, Frederick. Thank you so much for that amazing video and hearing people's testimonies from all across the world. Thank you, Frederick. A round of applause for you. So I would like to introduce our next speaker, and he's going to give us the commencement. And I will just say in brief, Reverend Dr. Gopar Tapkida is the API Director and MCC Rep in Zimbabwe. So without further ado, please let's give Reverend Dr. Tapkida a very big round of applause as he comes online to give us his presentation. Over to you, Dr. Or should I say Reverend Doctor?
Thank you so much. I hope everyone is hearing me. Our MC. You're hearing me?
Well, like, yeah, it looks like everybody's hearing you. Great.
Great. Our MC, thank you so much for the introduction. And as I look around, I see so many friends and colleagues, so very difficult for me to mention all the names, but I'm so excited, and I said warmly welcome. I have also checked the names of everyone, and I'm just so overwhelmed. Without any waste of time, because we don't have much time here, I'll just go ahead and begin our commencement. My presentation is divided into 3. I have only 5 minutes, so I'm going to speak probably less than 5 minutes. I will do my best. My presentation is divided into 3. First, acknowledging our predecessors. That African Peace Building Institute, API, is almost 21 years. Today is no longer news. What we might have forgotten is the fact that it has never been a chance or by coincidence that API is what it is today. API was rightly conceived, rightly nurtured, rightly guided, and rightly delivered. And above all, many of those who played significant role in the life of API are around today. I can think of people like Stauffer, my friend, Mulanda, and quite a number of others. Thank you so much, and thank you for the role that you have played in laying such a very solid foundation for API. We have been building on that solid foundation today. The second segment that I would like to highlight is, where do we go from here as API? First, to increase the capacity of API to deliver hybrid peace building training. By this, I mean in-person training, virtual, learning pods. Those of you who do not know what I mean by learning pods, very soon, it's a surprise, very soon you're going to see it here, live. Learning pods, consultancy services, and accompaniment. Today, API is actually being positioned to provide these services in Africa and beyond. I can't speak about all the details because of the time factor. Secondly, to increase knowledge of practitioners in peace building, both in theory and practice. By this, I mean training, mentorship, and other capacity building. On this journey, we remain very committed and sensitive to issues of gender, both on issues of equity and equality. Thirdly, the issue of sustainability. You have heard that API is 20+ years. One of the major visions for API is the issue of sustainability, not just by diversifying our sources of income, but also by the establishment and institutionalizing of API as an independent organization. When I talk about this, you may be thinking of building. That is not it. In this generation, we're not talking about building as such, but the sustainability of API to deliver services in this 21st century. The last segment of my presentation is the graduation commencement. And I'm very sure that most of you This is the area that you've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, the people we are celebrating today and who are graduating today include 31 ladies and 52 men, a total of 83 persons from 13 different countries. These people, they break 4 records for doing what it has never been done in the history of API, and I would like to list them. First of all, the number of people trained in single 1 year. In the history of API, we have never trained up to 83 people in 1 single year. This is the first time. In the past, we have been training averagely 30 people in a year. And we are looking forward to doing even much more yet. Secondly, among those who are receiving certificate today, we have participants from countries that have never participated in API before. So this is another milestone achievement in this among the class that are graduating today. Third, hybrid training. What I mean here, small in-person gathering at country levels, but are receiving simultaneous online training across 3 different countries. This has never been done. We call this learning pods. And these learning pods participants are live, they are right here. And very soon we will see them as they receive their certificates. The countries that have practiced this learning pod are Chad, Nigeria, and South Sudan. The 4th scenario that has never happened before is the fact that the cohort that are graduating this year are the first cohort to have received their training entirely, and I mean 100% online. We've never done this before at all. This is the first time. We approached this with a lot of fear and trembling. We never knew that it was achievable, and especially in Africa. But this has given us hope that this is just a starting point for us in Africa. And so we want to thank this class for their braveness, because we are all aware of the challenges of learning online. But these people, they have proven that they can be trusted, they can be disciplined, they can be faithful, and they can be resilient. It is not easy to be online from your own home, but these people have proven that they can do it. Thank you so much, the graduating class. To our participants that are graduating today who are receiving their certificate, the certificate in which you are receiving today does not tell the entire story of your total experiences at API. The complete story of what you have learned at API is in who you have become today. Therefore, go out there and flourish. Ladies and gentlemen, by the authority bestowed on me as the director of our distinguished Pan-African Peacebuilding Institute, I wish to confer on all our 83 distinguished 2021 class the various certificates of participation at the African Peacebuilding Institute with all the privileges and responsibilities. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating these wonderful ladies and men. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gopar. And it's showtime. We are going straight into our graduation. And as I mentioned before, please, please, please forgive me for the mispronunciation of names that is going to happen. I am learning and I look forward to learning new names and a wonderful array of pronunciations that I will get today. So we are going to start with Nigeria. Dacha, I hope I pronounced it well. Dacha is, or is it Dashia, is going to be our point person. So Nigeria, are you here? Yes, I know you're here. I'm just waving at you. Nigeria, please wave. Yes, I see you. And what is going to happen is that our point person is going to hand over, as I announced the names. So they're going to hand over the certificates, and that is how we are going to proceed with our graduation. I hope it's possible that they can come closer to the camera so you can get a glimpse of each and every person as we give them the certificates. So Nigeria, if you're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready?
From here, but
okay, fantastic.
Yeah, sorry. So the MCC rep will be presenting the certificates to them instead. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you for that. So my first name is from Nigeria, Koni Patrick Bugu. Congratulations to you. Congratulations.
Somebody should snap all of us. Yes, it's better.
So just a quick announcement. We are going to be presenting our certificates to the 3 countries which had the learning pods, and that's Nigeria, Chad, and South Sudan. We unfortunately will not be presenting certificates to anyone who was outside of the learning pods, but everybody graduated and job well done. But unfortunately on this graduation today, it'll only be those 3 pods. So I'll move on to our second participant getting a certificate, our second graduate rather, Abidan David Lautor. Abidan David Lautor. Congratulations to you. And our next graduate is Christopher Emmanuel Damsher. Christopher Emmanuel, please come through and get your certificate. Well done. Our fourth graduate is Mercy Atsen Yakubu. Mercy, congratulations to you. Please receive your certificate. And big round of applause for her. Our next graduate is Agnes Farmisitz Lagang. Hey, I apologize for assassinating your names. I'll just say Agnes. How's that? Well done, Agnes. Our sixth graduate is Rifkatu Haluta. Oh no, sorry, our sixth is Paul Gabriel Detiri. My apologies. Number 6 is Paul Gabriel Detiri. Paul Gabriel, well done to you. Congratulations. And next we have Rifkatu I Haluta. Please come through and get your certificate. Congratulations. And to round off our Nigeria graduation, I'd like to invite Simon Julius Arabo to please come through and get and receive his certificate. Well done, Simon. A very big round of applause, Nigeria. I'd love to hear some noise from you, Nigeria. Well done and congratulating. On graduating. Well done and congratulating. And I'd like to take this time to say well done to everybody. And then we move on to Nigeria. To Chad. I'm looking at Nigeria. We've just left Nigeria. And now we'll move on to Chad. And my point person from Chad is Victor Dogos. from Chad. Victor, are you here? Please wave. I'm looking for Chad. And for Chad, are you here? Yes, you are. Hey, Chad. Bonjour. So we are going to move over to the Chad graduation. And I thought the graduates from Nigeria's names were difficult. Chad. Hi, Chad. Hi, Victor. Hi, Victor. Okay. We seem to be having a slight technical issue with Chad, but we hope to be online soon. Okay. In the meantime, while Chad is getting the technical issues sorted out, I would like to move over to South Sudan. And our point person from South Sudan is James Jada. James, are you here? Yes, you are here. And James, we are going, Chad, please wave. South Sudan, please wave.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, South Sudan, how are you?
Yeah.
So, if you might allow me to invite my colleague Pamela to hand over the certificate, so I'll be taking photos.
Fantastic. Not a problem. So thanks to technology, we are now in South Sudan. I just moved straight from Zimbabwe, straight to South Sudan. And this is being broadcast all over the world. And this is such an amazing thing. Technology is just beautiful. So South Sudan, I'm going to start, and I'll call up each participant. And I will start. Our first graduate from South Sudan is Musa John Harun Mamo. Musa John, congratulations to you. Well done. Our next graduate, Victoria Ilaya Waraka. Victoria, congratulations to you. And next we have Anthony Hassan Almas Lado. Well done, Anthony. Congratulations. And next is Ayat Susan Mark. Ayat Susan Mark, congratulations to you. Next up is Okelo Jimmy Dominic. Congratulations to you. Next, we have Zainab Iframa Juma. Zainab Iframa Juma. I'm not sure if my screen or South Sudan has just frozen for a bit.
They're having slight internet issues.
Okay. I was just, worried. I just thought it had frozen. So I'm hoping they are going to connect soon. Okay, it seems like they're coming back online. You're back online, South Sudan?
Yes.
Okay, I think I was lost on Zainab Iframa Juma. Congratulations to you. Well done. Next, we have, I'm not sure if the FR stands for father. It's FR Jackson Yugusuk Juma. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Achuil Michael Mayik. Michael, congratulations to you. And next we have Joseph Romelin Nare. I think South Sudan is having slight technical issues again. The screen is frozen. Let me see if they're going to come back online. This is the interesting thing about technology. When it works very well. And when it decides to check out, everything stops. The whole world stops. Hopefully South Sudan is going to be joining us shortly. But it seems they are still down. I'm not too sure at this juncture whether I should just check on Chad. Okay, South Sudan is back. No, it's...
We are
here. You're back, okay. Great, let me see. The last name I had announced, I'm not sure if you heard it. It was Joseph Romelin Nare. Congratulations to you. Next is Aliza Jufnali Wani. Congratulations to you. Well done. Our next graduate is Lupai James Seme. Well done, James. Our next graduate is Tadio Santonino Laboke. I think I did okay on the Santonino, but the rest, congratulations to you. Fred, are we having issues with South Sudan again?
Yes, their internet is fluctuating. They did
okay.
Let's hope it.
Not a problem. Just checking. Well, South Sudan, while we wait on South Sudan, hopefully Chad will be able to join us after this. And while we wait for South Sudan,
okay. Merci beaucoup.
Yes.
Nous procédons le cadre à la remise des attestations.
Je ne comprends pas, mais pardon, je parle un peu, mais c'est un problème. So I will finish with South Sudan.
Je vous entends très bien.
Mais pardon? You're back online. Oh,
très bien, d'accord.
South Sudan. Okay, back to South Sudan. We were on Tadio Santonino Labok. Okay, I'm not too sure what's happening with South Sudan, and maybe we should just switch over straight to Chad.
You go next.
Okay. South Sudan, we will have to come back to you. I think our network issues are really extensive for now. Okay, bonjour, Chad. South Sudan is okay, fantastic. Pardon me, Chad, we'll get back to you just now. So back to South Sudan. Hi, South Sudan. South Sudan, are you online again? Frederick, I'm not too sure. Okay. All right, I'm seeing the screen now. South Sudan? Right, I was on Tadio Santonine Labok. I don't know if they've received, Santonine has received their certificate. Hi, James. Hello, James.
You can call the next person. Yes, you can call the next person.
Oh, I can call the next person. Thank you. Congo Margaret Morris. Well done, Margaret. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. And our next graduate is Daniel Wani James. Well done, Daniel. Congratulations to you. And then our last graduate is Prima Ayot Kepino. I think South Sudan has gone offline again. Well, Primo Ayot Kepino was the last graduate. So in the interest of time, I would like to revert to Chad. Bonjour, Chad.
Oui, bonjour, nous vous entendons.
Oui. I am fine, thank you. And you? So from Chad.
Okay.
Let me just.
Merci beaucoup. Nous invitons ici Madame Wemongo Jeanne.
At this juncture, I think I should just switch on my translation. Frederick, I might need some help. Yes, hi.
Donc, elle appelle de là.
Okay. Fantastic. So I can go ahead. Fantastic, thank you. Our first graduate is Judon Dunia Bini.
I think we'll wait.
Okay.
Sorry,
Victor.
Victor, are you in the French channel?
Voilà. Oui.
Victor?
Voilà. Que
Victor?
Et que Dieu te donne.
He's not hearing me. Amos, can you assist?
Okay. Okay. En français. En français.
Okay.
No, they need to be unmuted, so Amos can hear them and translate for us. They just need to be in the correct channel.
Le son. Non, ça c'est oui, ça c'est déjà coupé. Ah, ouais, pardon, c'est allemand. C'est déjà parti. Voilà. Non, ça tu es sur français. Ah, c'est bon. Ça va? Oui. C'est bon?
Okay.
Alors,
It's okay.
donc, toutes nos félicitations. Merci beaucoup.
Dieudonné. Okay. Our next graduate is Abdoulaye Hussein. Our next graduate, Abdoulaye Hussein. Congratulations to you.
Voilà, toutes nos félicitations et que Dieu t'ait accompli l'œuvre de la culture de la paix qui t'a confiée.
Congratulations. Our third graduate is Madame Mbayam Suzanne. Madame Mbayam Suzanne. Congratulations to you.
Voilà. Voilà, toutes nos félicitations et que le Seigneur vous aide à continuer l'œuvre de la culture de paix qui vous a confiée.
Merci beaucoup.
Well done. Our fourth graduate is Lamaji Mbendogum Solange. Lamaji Mbendogum Solange.
Toutes nos félicitations.
Merci.
Et que Dieu vous donne la force
Merci.
de continuer l'œuvre de la culture de la paix.
Congratulations. Graduate number 5 is Bemongum Nekanoji Jean. Jean, congratulations to you. And she is a fifth graduate. Number 5.
Oui, c'est ça, la fin Saint-Jean. Alors, toutes nos félicitations et que Dieu vous aide à continuer l'œuvre de la paix.
Amen. Amen.
And graduate number 6 is Nilum Gai Dondingam Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Voilà, c'est bon.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. And our graduate number 7 is Madame Baloko Mariam Hassan.
Et que Dieu vous aide à continuer l'œuvre de la culture de paix.
Congratulations. Our next graduate is Obanu Baskolong Ali.
Oui, nous avons.
Baskolong Ali.
Félicitations.
Oh, mais pardon.
Que Dieu vous aide à continuer l'œuvre de la paix.
Okay, thank you. Apologies for that.
Curieusement, pour les 3 qui sont absents, qui sont prennent. Donc, on va être
our next graduate is Obanus Baskolong Ali. And
oui, c'est le pasteur. Aujourd'hui, vendredi, c'est le conseil d'anciens. Donc, les 3 derniers leaders, ils ont des obligations au sein de l'Église. Ils viennent juste de quitter. Vous m'entendez?
Okay, so our last 3 are not in the room. Congratulations, Chad. Please give Chad a very big round of applause.
Okay.
And so Chomudu Dapsia is not there and Patrice by Honom is not there. Okay.
Merci.
It's a pleasure. And now we move on to the last part of our program today. And I would like to invite to give closing remarks the National Peace Building Coordinator for MCC Zambia and Malawi.
Sorry,
And
there's a...
Hi, Melinda.
Sorry, there's a...
Oh, apologies.
Speaker.
Ruth Sami, my apologies. Apologies about that. I had skipped Ruth Sami, and she is class of 2021 participant, and she is going to give us a presentation. Please give Ruth Sami a very big round of applause. Representing the class of 2021. Over to you, Ruth.
Thank you so much, our MC, and to all protocols observed, our guests and my fellow class 2021. Yes, I'll be giving us a few, just a write-up that I came up with. This was a very interesting study, I would say, studying online, and it was during a time whereby our hearts were troubled with the rise of COVID. So it was a good time whereby we got an opportunity to interact with people from all cultures, from all over the world. And it had its own challenges and advantages. And I'd like to allow you to understand a few challenges that we faced. One of them was having to at times get in class, and the one thing you find is a black screen because we can't really see each other face to face because of network challenges, and not being able to have that one-on-one interaction with other participants. But in all through, God was able to allow us to continue on, and we soldiered on strongly. For the few courses I took, the 4 courses I took, our facilitators were very enabled to continue on to surpass sometimes to be very dull, like to be in an afternoon and you just feel like you don't really want to be in the front of the laptop or your phone. And the facilitators would really encourage us to continue on to interact with one another through certain the groups in the classes that will be set to interact with one another. And we had opportunities to even have very constructive conversations. One that I cannot forget, we were having in trauma awareness and reconciliation. And we were talking about how the women are treated. And one of the colleagues gave us an example of how a woman is treated in Zimbabwe. It was a shocker coming from me, hearing that a woman apparently, if she's not beaten, she will actually ask the husband to beat them. And it was a very interesting conversation hearing this from other people and how cultures are beautiful and how they can be diverse at the same time. With all that, obviously longing to have a one-on-one conversation with one another, but that was not there. We would have breaks, and you're told you're taking a break for 10 minutes and you're going to sit alone, probably have a cup of tea or coffee. Longing, if you were in person, probably you could, have a chat with someone else and get to know more about what was happening. But through it all, we managed to pull through our courses. And the good thing about it was we came out rich with information. We came out of it with a lot of zeal to go and make change in our society. I remember in our course, Good Governance and Leadership with Brian and Simeon, they really encourage us to be good leaders. And they mentioned that a good leader is one who is willing to serve, not only to serve, but willing to become a servant. Such teachings or such training are the ones that cause you to go back and to have introspection and search inside and find out why you are doing what you're doing. Peace building has become one of the core things for in our lives right now as it's going. A lot of conflict with people, with neighbors, with one another, with colleagues, but with such empowerment of information, such training happening to one person. I didn't know about peace building until I met API, and I was empowered with Introduction to Conflict Resolution, how you can be able to resolve conflict and understanding that conflict is part of our society. And that being said, that we can't avoid conflict. What we need to do is how to handle conflict. It's been an amazing, amazing time. I'm so much grateful, and learning how to monitor projects and evaluate project by Dr. Rita Njageh. It was an amazing experience from learning from these amazing facilitators. And above everything else, I would like to say is this information, obviously, we are planning on using it in our societies, in our workplaces. and in our churches, and help our family members understand the importance of peace building and become peace builders themselves. And it's thanks to API that we have this information that we have. Thank you so much, the leadership of API, for granting us this opportunity. We are forever grateful. Thank you. Back to you, MC.
Thank you very much, Ruth. That was a beautiful speech, and the challenges of modern day connectivity, we are together, but we are apart, and the beauty and the loneliness that technology provides. Well done on being class rep of 2021. And we wish you all the best as you carry out your mandate to bring peace to the world. For our closing remarks, I would like to invite Issa Ebombolo, currently serving as National Peace Building Coordinator to MCC Zambia and Malawi. He provides peace resourcing to the MCC Southern region. He's a specialist in setting up peace clubs with expertise in peace building with young people, and is a church director of a nonprofit organization. Well, he worked as the director of a nonprofit organization, Peace Club Zambia, for 10 years. Prior to that, Issa worked as a peace education facilitator in Zambian refugee camps with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, and project coordinator for Maheba Messengers of Peace. He received a master's degree in peace and conflict studies at Conrad Grebel University College, University of Waterloo in Canada, and Bachelor of Art in Development Studies at Zambian Open Universities. A very big round of applause, Issa Ebombolo, for the concluding remarks. Over to you.
Siyabonga Ndlovu. Thank you for the wonderful job. Respected and the most distinguished guests, especially our special guests, API supporters, current and the former API participants and facilitators. First of all, allow me to give thanks to our Almighty God for His grace and mercy to bring us together in this manner and celebrate the 20+1 years of API programming anniversary, as well as the graduation ceremony for our 2021 API participants. Secondly, I'd like to give my heartfelt vote of thanks to our founders of API, directors, API board members, and other speakers that have shared the stories and excellent presentations and testimonies on the impact of API. You have really made this anniversary and the graduation ceremony very meaningful and interesting. I'd like to express my gratitude to our current and former API participants and facilitators for turning up in such great numbers. I counted almost 66 participants, which is very, very encouraging. Thank you for your presence in this ceremony. I'm grateful to entire sponsoring institutions and all those who have contributed in kind or in finances to make this ceremony a great event. Finally, I would like to give my vote of thanks to the API coordinating team, the chairperson, organizing committee, volunteers, and everyone who has contributed in this event, such as the mistress of ceremony, technical team. Really, you have made this event a great success. I wish you knew that you have been a backbone of this event today. Once again, I thank you all for your cordial cooperation. Let us pray to close our events. I want to send you with these few words of blessings. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. May the Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May His gentle hand guide the decisions you'll make and the passions for peace that you'll follow. May your heart and lives always reflect His love and the truth. And may hope be a light within you that you carry into each new day. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Baba. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your words. And with that said, I would like to bring to a close the 2021 graduation ceremony. My name is Sizwakele Ndlovu. It has been such an honor to be a master of ceremony, mistress of ceremonies rather. And I always enjoy working with the MCC team and now with the API team, because you always bring a rejuvenating spirit. It's always so amazing to work with the team. There's so much zeal, there's so much energy, there's so much passion that every single team member that I've come across brings to the job. So congratulations to all the graduates as well. Ngiyabonga. And with that said, I am saying goodbye from Zimbabwe, Sibonga kakhulu, and we look forward to the 21st graduation ceremony towards the end of this year or next year. In the meantime, please take care of your loved ones, and please remember, COVID is still lingering over us. Please do stay safe, sanitize, mask up, and let's just observe these regulations. And with that, goodbye and God bless.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much.